And let me sum up for you all the updates coming in on day 26 of the war in Ukraine. Its key cities that continue to be battered by Russian airstrikes. Several buildings in the capital city of Kyiv have suffered damage from relentless Russian bombardment. In Irpin, many homes caught fire as a result of Russian shelling, busting Russian claims of not targeting civilian infrastructure. In Energodar, unarmed people surrounded armed Russian personnel, forcing Russian troops to retract while Russia continues to escalate the assault. Ukrainian civilians are coming out on the street, undeterred by all of these threats. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, meanwhile, has stated that he is more than willing to hold talks with Vladimir Putin, but warned that failure of diplomacy can result in a World War III-like situation, a sentiment that's been echoed by many other world leaders. So it is the main cities that are in the heart of Ukraine that continue to face intense shelling from all corners. 228 people have died in the capital city of Kyiv since this invasion began. Over 900 have been injured in the capital. Mind you, these are figures put out by the Ukrainian authorities. Russia, meanwhile, once again has claimed to have used hypersonic missiles on Ukraine.
Damage, debris and devastation on the streets of Ukraine cities. Russia continues to up its offensive on Ukraine with deadly aerial attacks in most of the cities. In Mykolaiv, Russian rockets hit a military base, reducing it to rubble. At least 15 bodies were recovered from under the debris. In one of the most horrifying attacks, a railway track was shelled, causing a massive explosion. The attack at an undisclosed location shows the detonation after the airstrike on the railway tracks on a bridge. The bridge completely destroyed after the attack. In Dnipro, repeated shellings leveled multiple residential buildings, bringing them to the ground. Black smoke engulfed the entire neighborhood and fire raged on for hours after the scary strike. Multiple shellings and missiles continue to pound the city. The residential buildings of the city of Kharkiv are in ruins due to multiple airstrikes. The second largest Ukraine city has seen most punishing airstrikes by the Russian forces using missiles and fighter jets. The besieged Mariupol continues to be the worst hit. Authorities claim that the Russian troops bombed an art school where 400 civilians took refuge. Multiple fatalities are feared in the strike. A convoy of buses evacuating Mariupol residents were also halted by the Russian troops. The capital city of Ukraine has seen massive casualties. At least 228 civilians, including 4 kids, have died since the beginning of the war. In a first, Russia has claimed that it has used hypersonic Kinzhal missiles to attack parts of Ukraine. The missiles, traveling at 5 times the speed of sound, took out a large weapons depot in western Ivano-Frankivsk region.
18 марта авиационным ракетным комплексом «Кинжал».
On March 18th, Kinzhal missile system armed with hypersonic aeroballistic missiles destroyed a large Ukrainian forces underground depot contained missiles and aircraft ammunition in the settlement of Delitin of Ivano-Frankivsk region in western Ukraine.
Населенных пунктах Великий Дальник и Великодолинская Одесской области.
But Ukraine continues to fight back like never before, shooting down Russian jets and destroying military tanks. Ukrainian President Zelensky issued a stern warning, saying that the war can destroy the victim as well as the invader. He also appealed Russia for peace talks.
Тому переговори про мир
Negotiations about peace
about security for us, about security for Ukraine, a substantial, fair and without delays. This is the only chance for Russia to reduce the harm from its own mistakes. We were always insisting on the negotiations. We were always offering dialogue, offering a solution for peace.
Despite Putin intensifying attack on Ukraine, Zelensky has vowed to fight till the very end. The Ukrainian president also suspended activities of 11 political parties with Russian links in a cleanup drive. In Ukraine, Bureau Report, India Today.
With each passing day, the war in Ukraine is becoming more deadly. Now, Russia has claimed that it's used hypersonic Kinzhal missiles to destroy a large weapons depot in Ukraine's western Ivano-Frankivsk region. Now, Moscow has never before admitted to actually using these high-precision weapons in combat.
A deadly missile which destroys its target with devastating ferocity and with unimaginable speed. Before you breathe, blink or have any chance to respond, traveling 5 times the speed for sound, or at an astounding speed of nearly 6,200 kilometers an hour. Enter the super deadly and lightning fast hypersonic Kinzhal missile system, the Russian word for dagger. Kremlin has let the world know that it used the hypersonic missiles. Russia posted a video saying its missile struck the arms depot in Delyatin, a village in southwestern Ukraine, only 100 kilometers from the border with Romania.
18 марта авиационным ракетным комплексом «Кинжал»
On March 18th, Kinzhal missile system armed with hypersonic aeroballistic missiles destroyed a large Ukrainian forces underground depot contained missiles and aircraft ammunition in the settlement of Delyatin of Ivano-Frankivsk region in western Ukraine.
В населенных пунктах Великий Дальник и Великодолинской Одесской области.
There is currently no way to stop or intercept the hypersonic missiles because they can change direction while mid-flight. Hypersonic cruise missiles are propelled by a high-speed jet engine and not gravitational forces used by traditional ballistic missiles. Russia may have used the MiG-31 fighters to deploy the missiles, which can carry both nuclear and conventional warheads. In any case, this is a massive step up for Russian invasion forces, accused of using oxygen-killing thermo-aerobic vacuum bombs and targeting civilian areas and committing unimaginable war crimes. Will the Western countermeasures and counter-strike military hardware supplied to Ukraine be able to defeat Russia's game-changing missile strikes? With Rajesh Pawar in Kyiv, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, the mortal remains of an Indian medical student from Karnataka who tragically died in that war in Ukraine has been brought back to India. Naveen Shekharappa Gyanagaudar was killed by Russian ground troops amid shelling. This happened in Kharkiv city a few weeks back. Naveen's mortal remains arrived at the Bengaluru airport early this morning. Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai was present at the airport to receive the body. From Bengaluru, mortal remains are being taken to Haveri district where they'll be handed over to Naveen's family. The family is based in Haveri. Chief Minister Bommai has also written a letter to Prime Minister Modi thanking him for his efforts to ensure that Naveen's mortal remains are brought back. Now, Naveen's body will be kept for public viewing till evening, and post that it will be donated to the Davangere SS Hospital to be used for medical purposes. One of the headlines that came in over the weekend was that Naveen's family has decided that his body will be donated, a move that's been hailed by many. A native of Chalageri in the Haveri district, Naveen was a 4th-year medical student at the Kharkiv Medical College. He was in a bunker in Kharkiv, had gone out in the morning to exchange currency to fetch some food, when unfortunately he died in Russian shelling.
ಬಂದ ನಂತರ ಅವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ವೀರಶೈವ ಇದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಏನು ಪೂಜಾ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಊರು ಹಿರಿಯರು ಈಗ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತೊಗೊತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಪೂಜೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಹೊತ್ತು ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲವರೆಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ದರ್ಶನಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದ ನಂತರ ಮೃತದೇಹನ ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ SS ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ದಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಸೆ ಇತ್ತು, ಅವನಿಗೂ ಈಡೇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬೇರೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಮುಖಾಂತರನಾದರೂ ಅವನ ದೇಹ ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ಸೇವೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಉದ್ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಸರ್.